Okay, sorry it's taken me so long to get this video to you. I've got my computer here with some of your questions, but first of all, we'll just kind of walk around the car or the Jeep so you can kind of see a little bit easier. Let's see, we'll lay down under here. This has been replaced. It's new along with these steering components here. These ends are new. It does have the detachable sway bar link on both sides for here. You might be able to see or not, you know, there's no, a lot of oil sheen. It's been sitting here for several days, and not all those drip, probably one of those drips are from just sitting here. So the power steering is seeping. There's a little bit of oil residue on the pan, but it's not like, I don't know if it's from before or not, or we may have a little bit of leaking from the plug here. There I can see a drip that's right there, but it's right below the plug. So other than that, it's not yeah, it's fine. So nothing I would ever be alarmed about, especially on something like this. So you can see we've got the skid pad here. It's a bell housing. I did notice the bell housing has a piece out of it. It doesn't matter to the structure of the vehicle or whatever. I don't know if you can see that. But there's the transmission. There's the drive shaft. It looks like it was manufactured, probably special for, to fit all of that. There's the gas tank back there. This is underneath. Really all you can see is some grease spatter from the U-joints, but I mean, there's no rust. You can definitely see that. This is the exhaust is a single exhaust. You can see the floor pans here are solid. So I think one of your questions was if the carpet is glued down. It is not. I chose not to do that in case someone wanted to take it out to bed line it or whatever. But I did. I mean, you can see the floors. They're fine. There's a tiny bit of surface rust that I treated and then sprayed over. I just made sure there were no holes in the floor, so no mud or dirt would come up under the carpet. But all of these carpets here, they're not glued in. Pretty much the seat bolts are holding them in. I think one of your other questions was whether or not these were real best top seats or if they were covers. There's real seats. It's a seat kit, so you can see they're the real seats. These boots are brand new, and the cover for the transmission has been sealed. When I screwed it down, it was sealed so no mud or dirt can come up in there. This is the throttle body injection control module, like an 88 Blazer, I believe it came out of. So the wiring harness is all good. Oh, I think another question you had was like the wiring under the dash. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it very well, but what you're looking at is like, your radio wires. You've got a harness here that goes to the ECM. You've also got a plug here for diagnostics. These fuses here, this fuse panel, are for this. They were mounted there before. I just decided to leave them. This radio does have, I tied them up here, but there's a USB input and just a regular headphone jack input. I'll have to look at the directions. I'm not sure that it has Bluetooth. I don't think I bought that one, but it would be in the directions. It's just got the 2 dash speakers. It had big boxes back here with speakers. I don't like that kind of stuff, so I took it out. Let's see, what else? Let me look at some of the questions you had. Okay, the rear axles, holding up fine. I mean, I don't think this thing has ever been off-roaded anyway, but I mean, besides like driving on the Jeep or whatever, or the beach in California, whatever. But I mean, there's no problems with them now. So yeah, if you're gonna do a bunch of hardcore rock crawling and really start hopping it up on ledges, and I mean, who knows what'll break, I don't know. But there's nothing, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Let me look here. I did not rewire the truck. What I did do was clean up the wiring. So the harness for the excuse me, the harness for the engine swap was retained, and so I basically neatened it up. I wanted the, yeah, I didn't like the way it was. Replaced the butt connectors with waterproof butt connectors, and got rid of extraneous wiring because they left some of the old wiring from, you know, the original 4-cylinder and all of that. It wasn't being used, and I just took it out because it was just confusing things. So put a new battery in, brand new all battery cables, and then we've got these 2 new relays are for the 4 fog lights, and those older relays are for the fuel pump. And it's a fuel pump relay down there. And I've got the winch wired up to the battery, and it's got its own control box here, so there wasn't a need to do anything under the hood. I didn't remove the engine to paint the fenders and radiator support and back firewall. I just pulled everything away. You did ask, I believe, about, excuse me, I gotta hold this hood up while I'm talking. Oh, this is the relay here for the fan, because it's got an electric fan up front. You did ask me, about the firewall. It looked kind of rusty to you in the old pictures. What that was the they had used some sort of a bed liner type paint or material when they did this many years ago, and the brake master cylinder, which the old one was mounted directly to the firewall because I put the brake booster in and everything, it was leaking, and it was leaking down the inside and the outside of the firewall, which caused some surface rust. You know, it eats paint off, so it caused some surface rust on the inside and